this result is not single, it is a collection, it is an array actually now. That means it is a number type, it is a number type array. It is a number type array. That means it is returning more than one. And previously, better to mention it as a number. That means previously better to mention it as a number. That means it is returning a number. However, implicitly it will take only one value it is returning. And here it is returning a number array. It is returning a number array. That means now result dot toString. I am defining toString. Means I want to print all of them because I know that the result is an array. So this time what it will do is I will search here and I will compile that. And here for filter, you can see it is not showing any problem because filter is inbuilt available with the Typescript library. It can understand. Find is one function which it cannot directly understand. So for that we need a configuration of library, which you will learn in later stages, how to configure the library initially, but still it works even if it is having an error. Now I will compile and run this, and you can see this time it returns all the values. It returns all the values that are matching the condition. So less than 10,000. So find returns the first occurrence, and filter is used to return all. Syntactically, both are similar. Syntactically, both are similar. Actually, you can write in so many ways. So this is syntactically same. Example for the filter. This is for filter. We are using filter. We are storing in an array and we are returning that array. Actually, instead of creating a function directly, you can configure the function. So you can, I'm not writing any such function. Actually, filter uses inside the filter method, you have to write a function. This function, so that means inside the filter, we have to write a function like this. We have to write a function, and this function has to take the price value. It should take the price value. See, this is a user-defined reference. You can give any reference name, right? And it will take the price value and it will return price greater than or equal to 10,000. I will save this and I will compile and run this. This time it has to return all the values that are greater than 10,000. And you can see it is returning all the values that are greater than 10,000. You can say greater than, less than, equal, not equal. You can write all the conditions. Now you can see it is displaying that. Actually, like this, we can write. We can use a callback function to make it clear, to make it more clear. So we are using a simple function first, and we are accessing the function and using it here. Or you can write like this also. That means you can configure in another way also, right? Another example for the same. This time we are writing the function inside the filter callbacks. We are using a callback function for the filter. So callback function means the function that executes automatically. So without calling it. So it is defined inside a particular function. If the suitable situations are there, then it will automatically execute that function. We don't need to call the functions, right? Now you can use actually expressions also. We call lambda expression. That I will tell you in the next level how to deal with them. But initially, that is the difference between the find and the filter, how we can find and filter. Later, when you have complex data, it is easy for searching for the values that you are looking for inside that, right? That is one technique. Another option is we can use, these are all the various methods, right? These are all the various methods. That means reading values from an array. For that, we have all these methods. These are all the functions we are having. ToString, join, find, filter, like functions. These are all the functions we are having. We can use for in. For in is actually, for in is, it is an iterator. It is an iterator that returns all properties of an array. Based on properties, you can access values. Based on properties, you can access value. Yesterday I showed you that technique. For in is an operator. For in is an operator. Actually, for in is an operator. For is an statement. So by using this, we can create an iterator. Actually, what is iterator and what is loop? In general programming, I think you know that. The basic programming contains loops and iterators. And the difference is quite simple. Actually, loop means, a loop in computer programming means it contains an initialization. It contains an initialization and it contains a condition, and it contains a counter, increment or decrement counter will be there, right? This is a loop actually. This is a loop. Iterator means it will not have a condition. It will not have an initialization. It will simply have a reference property. And by using in operator, it can read from the collection. That means, so it will not have any option, right? Collection, from the collection. It will not have any initialization. It will not have any condition. It will not have any counter. But remember, this for will verify, is there any value to read? If there is any value to read, it will read, and it will actually in is for reading properties. It will read that property and store it here. After reading and storing that property, it will read again. It will go into collection again. If there is any another one to read, it will read it and collect. Without initialization, condition and counter, it will read from begin to end. If there is no more record to read, it will stop. We don't need to tell when to stop. We don't need to tell where to start. It will automatically start and stop. This is iterator actually. So in programming, loops are different, iterations are different. Actually, iteration is a design pattern. So by using loops and iterations, we can handle. So for example, how we can do that? So LET products is a string type array. And into that, we are storing some TV, some mobile, and some shoe. And I want to read all properties from the array. Then for var property in is to read all properties. and